Good afternoon, Block 2. I'm very sorry that I'm not there with you to talk about sonnets, but I decided I'd make a short video for you. This way we could kind of keep on track. You can find the sonnets document in Lesson 5. Here it is, right below free verse poems. Sonnets are a special way to format poetry, and you can see I've kind of outlined the rules here for you. Every sonnet has 14 lines. Each line has 10 syllables. And there has to be a special rhyme scheme. That means that each line kind of has a pattern for how the rhyme will go. So for example, here's how Shakespeare formats all of his sonnets. A Shakespearean sonnet always follows this same pattern. A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. So you can see that's 14 different lines, and all of Shakespeare's sonnets follow this pattern. There are different types of sonnets that have a different rhyme scheme, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be always in the Shakespeare pattern, but there does have to be some type of pattern. Sonnet 104 is one of Shakespeare's very famous sonnets. I'm going to read it to you quickly so you can follow along with me and see an example of how this rhyme scheme works in the 10 syllables. But know that this is a complicated poem, and I don't necessarily expect you to understand all of it just from the first reading. Okay, so here's Sonnet 104. To me, fair friend, you can never be old, for as you were, when first your eye I eyed, such seems your beauty still. 3 winters cold have from the forest shook 3 summers' pride. 3 beauteous springs, turn yellow to autumn turned. In process of the seasons have I seen 3 April perfumes in 3 hot Junes burned. Since first I saw you fresh, which yet are green. Aye, yet doth beauty like a dial hand steal from his figure, and no pace perceived. So your sweet hue, which methinks still doth stand, hath motion, and mine eye may be deceived. For fear of which, hear this, thou age unbred, ere you were born, was beauty's summer dead. So I think sonnets are really cool because of the specific structure, but they are more complicated to write because there are so many rules you have to follow. As a challenge today, if you can do a close read of this poem and figure out what it means, if you send me an email of what you think it means, I will offer you bonus points. So that's a challenge for you out there looking for something to challenge yourself with. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with a relationship that Shakespeare's had, and it kind of describes the length of the relationship and how he feels about the appearance of this person over time. So there's your hint, okay? Go ahead to your poetry notes. Oh, not this. Whoops. That's my sonnet. I'll talk about that in a second. In your notes, I want you to add. Why isn't it working? Come on. All right. Sorry, guys. It wouldn't be real if this wasn't happening. Okay, come on. There we go. Whoa, too much. Okay. Underneath free verse, I want you to add in sonnet. I want you to make sure you have the rules that it has to be 10 syllables per line, 14 lines, and there has to be a rhyme scheme. So go ahead and take a screenshot of this right now so you can make sure you add that to your notes. Okay, so I want to show you the sonnet that I started writing. Someone in a different class picked the topic of spring. So what I did was I just tried to make up a line about spring that would be 10 syllables long. So take a look how I did it. I did, spring is a really good season for play. So that's 10 syllables. Then I tried to think of another line with 10 syllables. It's nice outside, the weather is pleasant. Okay, again, 10 syllables. Now my job would be to make another 10 syllable line, but now I have to think about my rhyme pattern. So my ending word, if I want to be like Shakespeare, has to rhyme with play. Okay, so that's my next challenge. A sonnet is not something I'm going to force you to write this year, but I do think that if you give it a shot, you'll find it's easier than you think, and it's very rewarding. All right, I look forward to seeing all of you again tomorrow. I will check your notes to make sure you have sonnet in there. Give it a shot, let me see how it goes, and again, email me if you are interested in trying out that Shakespeare sonnet. Okay guys, have a great afternoon.